Okay, for everybody who's standing, I love you. So sweet. You give me so much energy. Please take a seat. This section is very slow. It's very... You're gonna wanna sit down, rest yourself for the end of the set. I just went and saw Pearl Jam. Maybe they're not big in San Diego, I don't know. So that fell flat, but I saw Pearl Jam, and I was with my stepdad, and when the concert started, obviously everybody stood up, and then like, I knew, because I had insider information how long the show was, and I was like, how long do I have to stand up for? Like, when's a good song we can just quickly take a quick rest? No, not one song did anyone sit down. So we had to leave before the encore because I think my stepdad would have been fine. He's 65, he's fine. He was like a hockey player back in the olden days, but that might be your route for the big man. He's a big man, so that could be your route. But anyways, I had to sit down. My hips were driving me crazy, and I just felt like so old because I was like, does anyone feel that way? I mean, you're all sitting, you're fine, so you understand. It's hard when there's a chair. It's like a magnet. It pulls me down into it, you know? When this next song is from an album called The Con, and I probably would have started sitting around The Con. Well, I was gonna say that when I was writing The Con, I was 26 years old. You got anyone in their mid-20s here tonight? Yeah, sweet. Like a highly dramatic time, almost like a second adolescence is how I remember my mid-20s, but I became really obsessed with this band Pendulum, and they're like kind of like a drum and bass, like they're heavy. Anyway, I became very obsessed with them, and during the time that I was writing this record, I was single, and I was sort of getting over a very long, complicated relationship, and also having a serious crush on somebody who didn't live in the same country as me and who was also straight. And the combination of those two things created a monster that I like to call DJ Sara Sister. And I actually DJ'd, and my DJ name was Sara Sister, which I thought was hilarious. And I started to drink tequila, so I also acquired the nickname Tequila Tea. I started to just indiscriminately choose giant, bright, colorful tattoos to put on my body, and it was a dangerous, self-harmish time, but I had a great time. I was having a great time.
She didn't meet anyone with a boat, though, I can tell you that right now.
Actually, interesting that you say that, because I actually know somebody with a boat, I just didn't want to brag.
When you were 26?
When I was 26 years old.
Who?
I'm not gonna say it right here. Use some kind of code. I don't know, I don't believe you.
No, I'll tell you after, take my word
Give
for
me
it.
like a few little... That's not the kind of boat I'm talking about. It was a boat. Anyways, I didn't say something that could float in water. I said a fucking boat. Look, we gotta keep it moving here, all right? This is not a 2-hour show. The point is that while I was writing The Con, I went and saw Pendulum. If you track back 2 minutes ago when I told you they were like one of my favorite bands, it was drum and bass. Anyway, I went absolutely apeshit at the show. Headbanging, dancing, like just like a scene out of a 90s rave movie. I just went absolutely like out of my mind. It was so much fun. I had such a great time. When I woke up the next morning, like I was concerned that I might need to call the paramedics. I could not, my neck and back, I thought for sure I'd broken something. Like I had to like slide out of my bed and then like kind of just like drag myself along the ground to go to the bathroom. I was so injured. And it is around that time that I was like, maybe I can't go to a concert and mosh anymore. Like it's, not to say that this acoustic song I'm about to play was inspired by that injury, but I think I started to see a future in Tegan and Sara where maybe we were like, chairs. Chairs, maybe. I've seen in our recent our nearish future, a gig where we're on a yacht, and
It's private. It's a private.
That's bullshit
thing.
because we did a whole survey of the Tegan
No,
and Sara audience.
I know what you're gonna say.
To go on a cruise.
No, there's a difference between
Thousands of people wrote, and they said they wanted to go, and then you wrote an email and
No.
you said not for me.
I'll tell you the difference between. Let me tell you something.
You keep throwing out things that
Go,
float.
I guess a cruise ship isn't big enough for Sarah.
No.
Does anyone?
A cruise ship is too
Does
big.
anyone have a billionaire's number?
No.
She wants a
A
fancy
cruise
yacht.
ship is too big.
It's too big. It's too much poop.
She called it
It's
a floating
too big.
toilet.
It's a
so-
floating toilet. I'm sorry if you like doing it. It's too many people eating and then having to get rid of what they're eating. It's too much. I don't like it. I'm a Virgo. Think about it. It's just 4 days of constant drinking and eating and having to go to the bathroom. I hate it. I fucking hate it.
Take your mic off the stand.
I'm taking it off the stand for a second because I just want to clarify in case there's somebody with a yacht who wants to hire us for their birthday party or a bar mitzvah or something. That I'm into. Totally into. I assume a yacht is a lot like a tour bus, which has you can do number one but not number two. So, too much information? Well, too bad.
You're like off the rails. Come on.
Anyway, this is a song. This is a song for anyone in their adolescence, going through a breakup, or 26. This one's for you.